we are in the interview. Hello and good evening. How are you doing?
Hi. I am doing good. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing very good actually. It's another step. I'm excited, and we're gonna see how it's gonna turn out.
Nice.
Yeah, we have some interesting changes here. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure you'll be happy with this one, and that is the clash is changing now between, and it's gonna be not in the break anymore, right?
Definitely. That is the best change that I've ever seen in this season. Very good change.
Wow, well that is quite big, but yeah, but it's good to hear for you. I think it's gonna be better for your concentration that now that it is not near the end.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure. Like nobody cares about maps 1 and 2, so the real deal starts after at map 3 and 4 anyway. So yeah, it's very good for the mindsets. Sure.
Yeah, exactly, and that mindset you're gonna need it after the new 2 maps. We have whoops and reversing, and it seems like they're both quite hard to pull off. How has your training been going so far?
I changed it up this week. I have not played the maps on stream a single time, so no one knows how I will perform, and no one knows what my PBs are. So it's all off-stream practice, and yeah, I feel really good on them. And maybe I have some specialty in store on one of the 2 maps, but we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, pause, yeah. That is this is sounding very, very interesting. But yeah, I did notice that you were not training on stream anymore this week, which has been a very different strategy from before.
Yep.
And you sound very confident. I think it's gonna work out, right?
I am feeling really confident about the last 2 maps. I think, yeah, if everything goes according to plan, this is gonna be probably the best step for me. And yeah, I just have to pull it together and not choke under pressure. But yeah, if anything goes wrong, it's all on my end, because yeah, my PBs are much better than what's been shown on the leaderboards. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, we are assuming here, of course, no one else is training offline, but yeah, you can't know that, of course.
Well, of course, I have my group of friends that I play with, and they also know the same strat. But theoretically, top 8 on the last 2 maps is, almost guaranteed without making mistakes. So.
Wow, that is. I've not heard you this confident in the season so far. So this is.
Yeah.
I'm getting fairly excited, especially after we've seen a 1-pointer from you last step. So it's gonna be very, very different from last week, I guess.
Yeah, we quickly forgot about that performance, and obviously it was a huge mental hit again. But on Wednesday and Thursday, I recuperate and get back on the grind. So if today goes the wrong way, then yeah, I don't know what I can do to figure it out. But yeah, we have to see how it goes. I'm feeling pretty good. My warm up is going really well. So yeah, I don't know. If something goes wrong, it's all my fault, of course, and that would be unfortunate. But yeah, I'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, but that is the good position to be in, of course. Being the one in control is basically what the position you're in right now, and that is where you want to be.
Exactly. So yeah, we're going for a 40-pointer, maybe 50-pointer. It's gonna be a big one, and yeah, that's what I'm aiming for here. If I lose it, hey, then I lose it fair square. But if everything goes right, this is gonna be a big one, because there's only one map that is gonna cuck me, and that is map 2, and that is Switcheroo. As you've seen in the past, it's my worst map. So there's 5 maps that I'm really good on.
Yeah, but luckily map 2 is not going to be as important as the other maps.
Exactly.
And, yeah, if you don't perform well on that one, okay, it doesn't really matter. You can move on, and no point lost. So that's going to be all okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And, well, I mean, we are now halfway through the season, right? We've seen step 1, 2, and 3. We had a really good step 1, 2, and 3, a little bit less good, let's say. But now step 4 is looking promising. And as we're moving closer towards the end of the season, where do you see yourself ending up? Like, in the general standings after step 6 right now?
Oof, top 8. I definitely see myself in top 8. Which position? I don't know. It's probably going to be 7th, 6th. But if today's step goes well, then most likely next week's step is going to go well. Also, because these 2 new maps are going to be in the middle of the map pack. So I would say if I can get above 130, 140 points by the end of the season, I will be happy. But that is, I have to get almost 100 points right now. So yeah, that's not an easy task, but I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling good about it at least. And I think so as well. You will probably end up in top 8, and where exactly it's going to be hard to tell. It's going to depend also a little bit on your opponents around you in the general standings.
Yep.
I mean, we've seen a little bit ago that it's incredibly close towards the middle of the scoreboard. I mean, we have 2 people way far ahead, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, the people battling for 3 to 8, 9, 10-ish, that's all really, really close.
Exactly. So it is going to be a brawl, and who can drive the best pace and keep their nerves under control is going to eventually be deserved playoff material. So hopefully I'm going to be that one.
All right, sounds good. And with that, I'll let you warm up for map 1 and 2. Hopefully they go well and you can carry some points into the rest. And afterwards we will have Clash, where the Twitch chat will take over for a little bit. And then we can see some afterwards. After that, we will have some good driving again, controlled by you. So, yeah, good luck, and we'll see you later.
Thank you very much, and I enjoy the cast and race.
All right, thank you. See ya.
Yo.
All right, let's go. We are going to start, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a 1-minute warm-up, and afterwards, we're live for step number 4 of the TrackMania Winter 2021 edition. The first map will be Slalom, and we've seen this map before, of course, in the previous 2 steps, and this will be the last time we will be playing this map. But Spam being pretty decent on that one, that's quite sad, but sometimes you gotta move on. Slalom, pretty interesting map. The main theme of it is, the ski simulator, let's say. Where you slalom between the two, between the poles. And it comes down to a lot of skill in precision. Being able to pull off, for example, this part here. By keeping as much speed as possible, but still being able to control that car and not going into the wall. And that can be a hard combo to balance. But of course, we are talking about the 16 best players in the game right now, so they will probably be able to do so. And then, of course, the identity, which is an ice slide around the checkpoint and then down over the hill. And while it looks incredibly easy by all of these players, you should try it yourself. It is quite hard to pull off this identity every time, but yeah, they can do it. Alright, 15 seconds, we're gonna go live. Step number 4. Here is the standing so far for the people who just joined. This is the overall standings. As you can see, Spam is 7th with 44 points so far in, let's say, we're halfway through the regular season. So 44 points, 7th, and of course you want to be top 8, as is with everything in the TMGL. Ever life be in the top 16. Map number 1, Slalom, in the opening phase of step 4. Let's see what is happening here. I need to click on Spam, who is actually in 2nd place. Doing fairly well here at the start of the new step. In the top positions, together with some other players right now, they are extending their lead a little bit on Spam here, but that is definitely catch-upable, as I say. Onto the dirt we go. Massa is actually going for the attack and has a little bit more speed. Now Spam is slowly losing some position, but through the slalom we go. And we had a huge mistake by S-tier player Gwen, who is now dead last. That is a bit of an oopsie right there for Gwen, who will need to really push it to get any amount of points in this map here, because that's costing him, well, 3.5 seconds it looks like. Oh, Pack went so up high on the hill. Luckily though, no clips for him. He will be able to continue his journey throughout the rest of the map quite well. Still though, that's going to cost him some time because he went so wide. Alright, Massa is in the lead this time around. The German big Massa is leading the race. Papu right behind him. Riola's doing well as well. And we have Spam Steady Eddie on number 4 right now. Into the wall right we go. We are battling with Carl Jr. for that top 4 position. And Carl Jr. really wants a 4 on this car. It's not going to happen though. Spam has a way better line over the grass section. And that means he will lose the position to Pack instead. To the slalom we go. Massa still in first place. Papu and Riolu are close by. Then we have a little bit of a gap. And we will see Pack, Bren and Spam battling for the top 4 position. Oh, but Riolu slowing down a little bit. And while in the meantime we have Carl Jr. going for the attack. Pack in the has already overtaken Riolu for that 3rd place. And he is closing in on the top 2 as well. Let's see what's happening in the identity. Oh, we have a beautiful identity by Spam. Absolutely crazy. Just instantly overtakes Massa, who was 1st place a little bit ago. And now is right behind Spam. Good job by the Dutch player, who's now in the top 4 position. Riolu is the next target, although there is a bit of a gap. And we have Massa incredibly close to Spam right now, trying to get back into the top 4. Inside line by Massa is looking good for the German, who is now going for the overtake on Spam. But we have seen a really good grass section by Spam last round. And now again, a really good section. Is this going to be enough though, or will Massa go for the overtake on the dirt? Slalom in and out. Beautifully executed by the Dutch player, and he will stay in the top 4 position. Now Riolu is getting closer and closer. Is this going to be the overtake? No! Spam, actually with a quite unfortunate landing, is not able to get Riolu this time. But it is not over yet. Massa is still looking strong, however. As we're moving into the identity, Massa has way more speed and will overtake Spam, but he actually makes a mistake. I can't believe Massa has this much exit speed after bumping into the checkpoint, but that's definitely costing him that top 4 place. Spam now solidly in the top 4, but he's losing ground to Riolu. And also, look at that, right behind Spam, we have Carl Jr. and Massa, both players famous for their speed. So this is going to be hard to keep a hold of that 4 position. But still, it's looking quite decent here, as the gap is considerable, let's say that. In the meantime, in the lead, we have Papu taking over the number 1 position. We have Pack in 2nd place, who moved up from a little bit of a mistake on the identity in lap number 1, is now back into 2nd place. Actually overtakes Papu right there. Just as I say it, Pack now in 1st place. Spam in the meantime still in the top 4 position. As you can see, there's quite a bit of a gap between him and Riolu, so I'm focusing instead on the thread right behind Spam, named Carl Jr. 2nd in the general standings, and now wants to get 2nd in this map as well. It's not going to work out this time though. Even Massa going so fast and is going for the overtake. But look at how close this is. Spam has no speed. He's going to get overtaken by both Massa and Carl Jr. entering lap number 5. Oh, the battle is on for the top 4 place. Spam is not having an easy time here. Massa and Carl Jr., as I said, known for their speed. And they're showing it off right here. Spam is not giving up just yet though. Into the wall right we go. They're so incredibly close together. Look at this. What a battle. Massa and Carl Jr. going for the inside line. Spam maybe a little bit more speed. Let's see what happens after this turn. Ooh, it gotta be honest, Carl Jr. and Massa look a little like they have a little bit of a better turn span. Now more speed. It's back and forth between these players. Onto the slalom we go. Massa slows down a little bit. Now Carl Jr. is still in 4th place, but he makes the mistake. That's gonna cost him some time. Massa and Spam take advantage of this and move into 4 and 5. Carl Jr. is being left behind. Massa with the early release. Spam goes release late, which is faster. It looks to be that the German has the better line here. But onto the identity we go. After this identity we have another lap. Carl Jr. going for the attack in the identity itself. It seems like the Canadian has a little bit of a better line here, but it is incredibly close between both Spam and Carl Jr. Massa is just so far ahead of these two now. So that is going to be hard to catch up to, but Spam maybe is able to hold on to top 5. Carl Jr. though is first in the general standings, and yeah, just an incredible player. This is going to be hard for Spam to catch back up to. In the meantime, let's see who's right behind Spam. It is Bram, but look at the gap. That is quite big. So we should be at least 6th here. But there is a potential. My voice is already gone. We're in map 1, and my voice is already cracking. It's gonna be an amazing step tonight. Alright. Position 6. Let's go. Oh, we have a little bit of a battle here. Spam trying to go for the overtake. It's not happening though. Early release this time. Looks to be the same line, but Spam is a little bit more on the inside. Same speed, and that means Spam moves closer. It's all coming down to the identity. Can he overtake Carl Jr. for top 5, or will it be top 6? This is looking really good. Spam has a better one, and he is going to snipe Carl Jr. for the top 5. Beautiful, and what a position to be in after map number 1. The top 5 is locked in, and that means Spam gets 9 points for himself in the step. Alright, good snipe here by Spam. In the end, sniping Carl Jr. Yeah, it looked like he was going to get top 4-ish, but Massa was able to turn up the pace quite a bit. He actually got fastest lap. No, he didn't. Never mind, Pack got fastest lap. Of course, Pack got fastest lap. But, yeah. Pack already on his way to trying to overtake Carl Jr. in the general standings. Getting the perfect 22 points in map number 1. Quite crazy. Alright, let's move into map number 2. Now, this is the map we've seen Spam already, well, let's just put it mildly, not too well on. And we've heard from him in the pre-match interview already. This is probably his weakest map of the step. So don't be too surprised if there's going to be some mistakes or something. We'll probably not see another top 5 finish. But luckily, this time around, we have no point loss on map number 2, of course. And that means that how bad you do here, the 9 points that he has right now will stay on the scoreboard for Spam. And that's going to be good. Alright, just to refresh your memory here, we have the map preview of Switcheroo. Let's go. Alright. Switcheroo. Map 2 out of 6 of today. I want to see here in the league ranking. Look at this. Pack already coming closer and closer to Carl Jr. Yes, Carl had a good first map. 8 points. But that's nothing compared to 22 that Pack already had. So, can't believe it. But Pack is actually challenging Carl Jr. for this. But he'll have to continue to play well, of course. And here we have the step ranking so far as we're moving into map number 2. Switcheroo, Spam with 9 points so far. Let's see what he can do on this map. T-Tours at the start. Here we go. Oh, Spam already last. This is not good. Better approach here though, a little bit of airtime. Yeah, we do see Spam actually giving us a nice overview of all the players. And this way, it is very nice and thoughtful of Spam. We will be able to see if anyone makes a mistake. It's all a 5-bet strategy for the stream. Alright, Scrappy already struggling a little bit. This might be the opportunity for Spam not to be last. But here in the next part, we will have to see. Ooh, Papu slowing down on the dirt. Very weird for Papu to do, but you know. Alright, onto the grass we go into the first identity section, and Spam has already overtaken some people here and moved into the top 14 spot. But the identity by Spam is not that great, I gotta be honest. And he's gonna lose out to the 14th position. No, wait, 13th position. That was actually Propudo, who is now way back in the pack actually here. But maybe Spam can catch up to these players. Let's see. Right, and here we go. Lap number 2, Spam has fallen behind a little bit. 14th place right now. He is about 1.3 seconds behind the leader. And the leader, you guessed it, it's Pack once again. Already had fastest lap and is on his way to, I don't know, get another 22 points it seems. Muda is the only one who is close to Pack right now. The others are already more than 0.4 behind him. Quite crazy. This player is quite crazy. But we have Muda overtaking in the lead. And I'm gonna zoom in on that real quick, if you don't mind. Oh, what is this? Pack has made a mistake. It actually happened. Pack made a mistake. Apparently that's possible for Pack to do. I didn't know that, so that's very interesting to see. And now he's actually behind Spam all the way into 14th place. But you can see already that he's going for the aggressive lines to try and catch back up. And it's not paying off at all here. A little bit of a mistake, wanted too much speed. And that's going to cost him even more time instead of gain some for himself. Still though, because there's no point loss yet, I'm pretty sure Pack will be fine. And we will continue to do well throughout the rest of the step. On to another identity we go. We have Spam in 13th place right now. Trying to close in on Kappa and Aurel. Both of them actually are not that fast. And as you can see, Spam is actually going for the overtake on Kappa right now. Aurel is also getting closer and closer for Spam. Actually getting slowly in reach of him. And that means, you know, every position counts. It's a little bit more points for him. So it is going to be significant here. Kappa, however, has pressed B to boost and is now away from Spam once again. Pack still behind Spam, however. And we have in the lead Muda and then Massa. We have Carl Jr. doing well. Gwen is in top 4 right now. Riolu is again in the top positions. Riolu with a really good step so far. And this is showing some promise for the German player. Right onto the dirt we go. We have Kappa still ahead of Spam, but look at this. Spam has a little bit more speed, and there are a lot of people here really close together. So if Spam has a good couple of turns, this might be an opportunity to go all the way to in the top 10. Going back and forth here on the switcheroo. And that was another identity, and look at this. Aurel is actually struggling quite a bit. And here we go already. This is one down. And this is what I mean. This is what Spam needs right now. To get some good... What?! Huh? What? Did he go in a wall or something? He just went straight down. Alright, top 11 right now. But as you can see, Pack, of course, with an incredible pace, is actually able to go for the overtake on Spam right now. And I mean, it was kind of inevitable. Let's be honest. On this map, Spam not Spam's best map here. And Pack right behind him. It was gonna happen at some point. But Aurel is behind him. Afi is quite close to Spam. And this is still looking quite promising. Yeah, we had a bad start, but we already went from 16 to 12. And this might be another couple of positions here in the last lap. Let's go. Muda, right now, is in the lead with about half a second of a gap between him and Carl Jr. So Muda is about to get 20 points. Not 22, because it is Pack with the fastest lap. And that means that even after his mistake, Pack was able to claw his way back and get some nice lap times. And you can see that paying off right now. Brand makes the mistake. And this is another one for Spam to overtake. Afi and... Oh, but Pack... Oh, but... No. No. Muda. Oh, that is a rip. Look at this. What is happening? Complete carnage in lap 6. I don't even know what is going on. So many people making mistakes, but it's Spam who didn't make a mistake. And honestly, that is quite enough here to get back all the way to 9th in the end. And this is quite good, as you've seen. Spam did not have the best start, but ending 9th is not bad at all. Alright, Carl Jr. wins the map. He got 8 points, gets another 20 for himself, and now has 28. Back, not with that many points this time, but he did get the fastest lap at least. Alright, that was a close map, and I'd say for Spam's weakest map, this is showing some promise, because if your weakest map is almost top 8, that means you get top 8 on all the other maps. Well, I mean, you could get another top 9, I guess, but you know what I mean, right? I mean, we're not... Alright, and here we go. Oh, this is a very interesting map. What is this? Well, this is Clash. Get your keyboard ready, because you, yes, you in the chat, right there, yeah, you, I'm talking to you, yes, yes, indeed, yeah, you, will be able to control the car. Yeah, Spam, a little bit of a slow start right there, but you caught back up a lot towards the end. So good job on that one. I am fairly impressed by your performance so far. And I'm pretty sure you will be continue to do well throughout the rest. Alright, here we go. We have a top speed of 50 kilometers an hour. You in the chat will be able to control the car. We need to get as many checkpoints as possible. The mods and the channel owner are the only one who will be able to type RS for respawn. The rest will only be able to go left, right, accelerate or brake. As you can see here on the screen, plus for accelerate, minus for brake, left and right. Let's go! I need to... Where is it? There. Alright, this is our car. Let's go! We see the checkpoint ahead of us already. And we are not in the wall. This is looking great. Looks good here. We are on the inside line. Oh! Apparently we needed to touch that other wall. Let's go for the diagonal over the sausage block. So far so good. We are not stuck. And that is actually quite good here. Alright. Going back and forth. Remember that your chat will be a little bit delayed. So you gotta think like a couple of seconds ahead here before you type. Alright. Decent so far. But now, we get this turn. Are we going to make this turn? The answer is no. Alright, we did get a... Oh! Professional streamer. Okay, here we go. We're back. Just a tap to the right. And we're gonna make it. This is looking good! This is looking really good! Yes, we made the turn! And now we go on the ice. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay. Chat, this is the wrong way. Chat, this is the wrong way. Alright, so we did manage to get stuck. Apparently the ice was a little bit too much of a boss battle here. Oh. Pog. Pog. Oh, we're actually moving the wrong way now. Alright. I'm typing respawn. Here we go. Oh. Every time I click on the screen, it moves to someone else. Okay, here we go. We have respawned. So this is your opportunity to go back on the ice. Let's see if we can do it. Yes. Yes, this is looking good. We're not completely stuck. Alright. Okay, here we go on the ice. Oh, That's a lot of rides. That's a lot of rides, chat. I am going for the respawn in 3 seconds. And then we're gonna respawn. Okay, chat, you ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh. Here we go. Oh, look at how clean! Oh! Oh, chat! Oh, so good! No! We're going too far right again. Wait, backwards? Is this map 6? Are we playing reverse? Okay, we're still lined up quite well here. We're still lined up quite well. Avon has actually finished the map. Here we go, look at this! Oh! We're going so left though. Okay. And now we're going back again. The ice, the big boss battle. Oh, we're going actually horizontal. Okay. Okay. Interesting line, chat. Interesting line. Okay. We're back and stuck again. Sadly, we only have 3 seconds left. We will not be able to get the next checkpoint, but... Whew, that ice is actually rough. That ice is really, really rough. So we're not able to get the second checkpoint here, or the, well, whatever next checkpoint it was. And because we were the last one to get into the previous checkpoint, we got a whopping 16th. Good job, chat. Can I get a clap in the chat for everyone? We got top 16. Top 16. Very good. Alright, let's get back into the TMGL step. You know, I'm proud of everyone. We got top 16 and we almost went through the ice. Even with this many people. Which is just a complete chaos, so quite good, quite good. Yeah, the textures don't load correctly. I'm not sure why, I'm sorry. Before the match, I've already restarted, I've reloaded, I did everything. Except for deleting cache or something, but yeah. Alright, anyway. We have the next map. To the Peak, which is made by the famous Softy B. And this is a nightmare map actually, because of this little second ice slide that you might remember from when the mod actually worked. And yeah, Spam had to go for the triple respawn route, which objectively is quite slow compared to the no respawn route. And that means that Spam was not able to get top 8, nor even... He actually got the same result as we just did in Clash, basically. Very unfortunate to see, but we have a new day here. And maybe this time around Spam will do a lot better. I'm actually feeling like he will do that indeed, as he's been playing very, very well so far. Alright, different approaches here. Spam is going for the, let's call it the little bit more risky line. You basically have different lines here in the end, and I'm gonna cam 7 this like a professional. So you can go straight up here with this booster like Pack is doing right now, and then you can go right to this. This is what Spam just did, right? He went to the right. This is what I would call the medium risk line. The full risk line is what Pack is doing right now, which you need like a perfect amount of speed for. You jump here to the left. And as you can see, Pack is respawning to try and practice this line. Because if you don't pull it off correctly, you have to respawn. That's quite bad. And then you have a little bit more of a safe line, which is all the way left. And this should be able... anyone should be able to get that. The more risky one is jumping straight at the start, though. And we'll have to see who is going for that. What I found quite interesting is OGL was yesterday. And there were 2 players from the 16 players that went for the medium risky line. No one went for the high risk line. And the rest went all, like Carl Jr. is doing right now, all the way to the left. And yeah, I don't know. This is very different from what the TMGL players are doing, where it seems Like, if you go for the safe line 8 rounds in a row, there's just a decent chance you might not even get top 8. And that means the level is so high, it's just not allowed for you to save it. And that is very, very different. And we are live here on the map. Get your blessed RNGs ready, because this is going to be a hard one. Alright, here we go. The start is actually looking super good for Spam. As you can see, top 3 so far. Onto the ice we go though. Can he pull this off? Oh, this is actually not looking that good. He does slow down all the way to 16, but already overtaken Brent and Massa for top 14. Yeah, the Iceland was not too great, but no big mistakes, and that means we will continue and battle for maybe a good time. Gwen with a different line. Is he going for more speed, or was that just a mistake? It seems like it's a more speed line. Look at this, Gwen. Interesting line here by him. But in the end, it doesn't look like that much of a difference between the players and between the lines. Alright, Muda, unsurprisingly, after the ice slides, is the player in the first. Arguably one of the best ice players in the game, and definitely one of the best ice players in the TMGL right here. Over the identity we go. We have some people saving it. Back does not make it. Kappa struggling as well. Muda is going for the risky somewhat line, and he is going to be still first. Tween had a beautiful identity and is now battling with Muda for first place. Spam though, taking the medium risky line, and it's pulling off. He pulls it off, and that means we have him in top 5. All the way from 14, remember. Very, very good. Alright, nice ice slide here. Yes, Riolo got it a little bit better, but still a good ice slide here by Spam. Papu makes a mistake in the meantime, and we have Spam in top 4. So far, so good. Second ice slide of the round. Here we go. It is Tween not taking it good at all. And this is really, really good for Spam. He is now second place. Only Muda, who is more than a second ahead after lap 1, by the way, is ahead of Spam right now. Alright, it is the battle of the streamers right now. Muda, Riolo, Spam. They're all doing very well on this map. But here in the identity. Oh, juicy. We have savers. Back is not saving it. Tween is not saving it. Tween takes the fastest lap. Muda is a goner because he took the risky line and didn't make it. And now it is Tween super far ahead. Spam is still in the battle with Riolu, and now Massa. Massa came kind of out of nowhere, I gotta be honest. But he is able to pull it off and is now in the battle for second place together with Riolu and Spam. I think Riolu and Spam realize that they are able to get to just, you know, take the safe line, lock in the top 8, and be happy with that one. Honestly, might even get a better one. Oh! That was scary, but think about the save Spam just pulled off. That is some skill right there. You get that line and you're able to save that. That is very, very impressive. He's gonna lose some positions, but he's still in the race here, and that is very, very important. Here we go, onto another identity. Let's see if he saves it this time. Top 6 for Spam. Does go for the safe line. And a lot of people are doing so this time around. We have Tween just extending his lead because he went for another risky one. He is now 2.5 seconds ahead of everyone. That is so crazy. But, you know, if you are able to pull off that line, clearly, that is more than enough to get first place. We now have a different battle here because of the little mistakes Spam did. Riolu and Massa are quite a bit ahead. And now the battle for top 4 is on. But beautiful. Kappa and Papu are gone. Now Afi is trying to get in the battle as well, but Spam is super far ahead. Onto the another ice slide we go. Oh, Massa is super far left, actually makes it. Spam has to release or drift or something, I don't know exactly, but he needed to save his line a little bit. That's going to cost him some time. He's going to give away some positions. Muda, who respawned, is now top 5. What? But yes, he did it. Quite crazy. Spam has no respawn so far, and Muda's able to overtake him. Wow. Here we go. Onto another identity, and this might be the... Oh! Kappa with the huge mistake. And yes, we do see indeed Spam going for another risky line, and that is of course because Spam was top 8, and that is a Monka place to be. So you gotta go for some overtakes. How do you go for some overtakes? Zoop right past on the risky line, and yes, Spam immediately goes for the triple overtake and a single identity. and is now top 5 once again. Muda moved all the way up to top 4. Here comes Propudo on the ice slide, but Spam has the better line once again. This ice slide seems to be Spam's best part of the map. Consistently going for some overtakes on this one. But the second ice slide is quite scary. Let's see what he can do here. Yeah, not the fastest line. Definitely not the fastest line. And he is all the way to the top 10. Yeah, it's no triple respawn, but it is not top 8 right now for Spam. But we've seen already triple overtakes in the identity, and this might happen once again. I mean, it is 1 second for Spam to get back. That is possible in one single identity. We have 2 of them to go, and actually have Carl Jr. and Gwen going on the left. That means they will be 1 second behind Spam. This will be indeed Spam catching all the way up to Gwen and Carl Jr. Not completely a second, but 0.7 of a second here. And this means the hope is still here. Gwen and Carl Jr. are now gatekeeping Spam for the top 8. But you can see already Spam is pushing it for the top 8. We are in the last lap of this map. Onto the ice slide we go. Carl Jr. is slow. It is still possible here to get back into the green, but Spam needs to start pushing it. Gwen and Carl Jr. are currently stopping him from doing so. Onto the ice slide we go. Gwen once again going up super high, but this looks like Spam is actually taking it quite well. Gwen is already being left behind. No, he actually comes back a little bit. The battle for top 8 is on between Carl Jr., Gwen and Spam. That's not really who you want to battle with, but it's happening and we have to deal with it. Carl Jr. right now is in top 8. Spam has overtaken Gwen, but that's not enough. We need another overtake. We will probably see Spam going for the risky part in the end, but is that going to be enough? We'll have to see. Nice speed. He will probably go straight. He will do so indeed. Papu and Carl Jr. did not go in for the risky line, so this probably means Spam will snipe top 8, and he does so indeed. Yes, indeed, top 7 for Spam. Wow. Balls of steel here for Spam from Alliance. Able to pull off the risky line in the last map to overtake 2 people and snipe the top 8. And yes, he is actually destroying 14 points of Carl Jr. because he gets top 9 and loses half his points. Crazy performance here. Wow, even after the wonky ice slides. But yes, he's sniping that top 8. That must feel good. We have a live comment here by him. My balls are pretty empty now. Yeah, that was beautiful. Gamer moment. Alright, here we go into the next map where a mod is actually loaded. Beautiful. Alright, step ranking. Massa is first. Tween is second. Riolu is third. What is happening? Carl Jr., Peck. Who are these people even? I don't know them. Do you know them? They are not visible here on the left side of the screen. We have Carl. This is actually looks like the top 3 of the TNGL. You know what I mean? Like Carl, Peck, Gwen. Is like pretty logical, like the top 3, but they're actually on the right side of the step so far. Massa is just doing incredibly well here. Tween, Riolu, they're all popping off right now, and Spam is just strong so far. 21 points here. Alright, we are warming up on Frozen Fridges. Let's take a look at the map preview. Alright, the map preview of Frozen Fridges, and this will be map number 3, which means Oh wait, map number 4, sorry. I'm losing count already. Washed up caster. Anyway, let's take a look at how this step ranking is affecting the overall league ranking. While Junior is nice and first on 230 points, Pack now on 190. And we have the other players now catching up a little bit, but look at how close it is. 97, 94, 90. Wow. Here we go. We are live on map number 4. Let's go. Alright, okay, start here by Spam, taking the speed instead of the inside line, and that means that, yes, it is red on the screen right now, but as you can see, immediately green already. Muda's taking the lead so far, but it is incredibly close at the start, of course. Nice tech part here by the Dutch player, and that means we're going onto the dirt. Everyone is strong here, of course, as we are looking at the top 16 players of the game. Riolo is going super far left. In the game, not politically, and now we go into the identity part. Massa is in the lead. Pack is second place. Let's see what is gonna happen here. Onto the ice we go. Spam not with the best identity so far. It's gonna give away some positions. Yes, indeed. From the green we go back into the red, but we are only in lap number 1. Yeah, not the best identity here for Alliance Spam, but as you can see, a decent exit speed is gonna give him some positions back. Massa now with the best lap, and he is actually in the lead of the race so far. Spam is only 0.05 to be... He needs 300ths of a second to get in top 8, and he's 11th. What is going on in this map so far? It's so incredibly close. A single round, a single turn, and you can overtake like 4 people. It's actually crazy. Alright, Tween with more airtime. That's gonna cost him some time. This is good for Spam here. Who takes the inside line? Now this is what I mean! 1 inside line. Look, what? He takes 5 people in 1 turn! 5 people in 1 turn. Yeah, okay, he's losing them now, but like, yeah. That's what I mean. 2012 Tech World Champion Spammiej is on the field. Another identity we go. He goes quite high. But at least he's holding on here. It seems like he's defending his position so far. Top 8 still. But it is so incredibly close. It is so Monka W. But we're still playing right now. Actually, Spam's overtaking some people, it looks like, according to the checkpointers. And a nice exit speed once again. Right, here we go. Pack now with the fastest lap and also the lead in the race. Pack is back into back to his former self, it seems, as he is once again into that first place. Spam also into his former self as he is now top 8. Alright, here we go. Looks decent here. Good exit speed. Scrappy now with not the best step so far, but he's looking to get top 8 at least on this map. Ooh, secretly, Avon is sneaking up, but it's not happening. And actually, Scrappy is getting overtaken by Spam as well. Muda is now going so far to the left. There's no way that's the correct line. That must have been a mistake. Yeah, what? He saves himself so good though. Look at this. He's only a little bit behind Spam, but actually Spam is going for some overtakes. Going into the identity. Here we go. We're going up and we're going down. Sliding all the way. Pack is still so far first. Gwen now in second place. Muda is so close to Spam. But is it going to be enough? It is actually going to be enough after this identity. Unless Spam has more exit speed once again. And he does so indeed. And he is going to overtake like 4 people once again in the exit of the identity. It's a back and forth for these players, but now Spam with the inside line will solidify his position in the top 8. Scrappy is risking it, but not with a bad landing, it can cost him some speed. In the tech turns we go, and this map is so close. What is going on? It's actually crazy. Like the previous map was way more about the identity, and now it's all about every single turn, maximizing every single drift you can do. And who is good at that? Spammiej. Top 4 for him right now, as we're moving into another identity section. Gwen with a little bit of a weak line, such little speed. And from out of nowhere, we have Spam potentially getting into the 3rd place. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Spam not with the best identity sections here. So even though he has a good map itself, he is losing some time compared to his opponents on the identity. Still a top 5 for Spam here. And once again, with more speed in the end, will catch up to his opponents. And we're going to go into lap number 5. These words are too close together. But yeah, that's just what I have to deal with as a caster. I guess Scrappy once again with the struggle landing. That's going to cost him some speed. Oh! Again. Spam with the save is going to slow him down quite a bit. That means Evan or Rel take advantage of this. Go for the overtake. Nice low airtime here for Spam, who actually moves into the red now after that little mistake. And this is what is happening here. If you make a tiny mistake, you lose a lot of positions. But Spam can catch that up again as well. Scrappy now slowing down a little bit. Riolu also quite bad here. Orel slowing down a bit. And there are opportunities here for Spam to catch up, but not. You're not catching up if you go into the wall like that. I hope he just got the checkpoint. I think he did because he continues playing, but... Yeah, I think he got the checkpoint, but that was really, really close. Alright, but we do have one more lap to go. Spam is about 0.8 behind, and that is quite hard on this map. But maybe with a full risk PB map, so PB round, he can catch back up. 13th place right now. Alright, we are already back to 0.7. This is looking promising, but Spam needs to go super fast here. 0.6. 0.5. This is looking really good. Spam is risking it. You can't say he's not trying. Bren is already coming closer. Spam going for the inside risky line. Riolo's going outside. Kappa already with the mistake. That's not going to be enough for top 8, however. I think Spam has to make do with a red position here at the end. Yes, indeed. Top 12 for Spam in the identity is not going to be that big, I have to assume. That's going to cost him some points here. But still, map 5 and 6 is going to happen after this. In the meantime, though, we have Pack winning the map once again. He is the fastest lap and the 1.5 seconds ahead of everyone. Yeah, he is just crazy. And he gets a nice 22 pointer for himself. Spam with the top 12 here is going to lose some points. He's going to gain a decent amount. We have some big losers around him as well. Tween, 33 points, loses half. Papu, 27 points, loses half. Bren with 200th of a second behind top 8, loses half his points. And yeah, we are going into the break. And we're going to move into map 5 and 6. And look at this. Massa is first with 50 points. Alright, we have loaded in on the next map. Let's see here. We are gonna go for a little bit of a talky talk with Spam because we have the time. We should have a break of about 6 minutes. It says 3 minutes? Because then we're not doing it. I thought we had 6 minutes. Yeah, I'm just gonna let Spam warm up instead here because 3 minutes is not gonna be enough. He needs to keep his mental, and I'm not gonna distract him from that. We have Whoops made by Softy, and we're warming up on that right now. And this is gonna be one of the 2 new maps of this step. It's a very, very interesting map. As you can see, a high speed slide here. Oh, I see. The brakes are like switched up. And Spam actually practicing this slide already. And this is not even the identity or another very, very famous part of this map, which is this part. You have a little bit of an interesting part here. And as you can see, you can go up the wall, but you can also do an ice slide. And you can do like a full-on turnaround. And you can do a whole bunch of different lines on this part. And we'll have to see what the players are going to do. And then, of course, we have the whoops in the end. The bumpy jumpies of the dirt, let's say. You have to bumpy jump your way over this, then jump, and then bumpy jump. And then you go to the finish. Yeah, this ice section is very, very interesting. And I want to actually see what other people do on it. I think Massa and the others are already approaching it. And I want to kind of take a quick sneak peek on what Peck, Gwen... Oh, well, apparently Peck and Massa are doing on this. Let's see. Oh, it seems like they too are taking this strat. This might be... Look, this is what I thought was the strategy here. Twee not pulling it off that good here. But I thought the ice slide was the way to go. Let's see what Papu does. Yeah. Oh, Papu also going up here. Interesting. Can we see Ice Master Muda, please? Now he's quite far away. Oh, Link here closing in on the ice slide. Let's see real quick. Link is also going up, so this seems to be the line people have landed on. Oh, look. But the Ice Master himself is not doing that, and instead is going for an ice slide, as they say, which is a way to get a lot of grip by going, well, like that. And that is a different strategy than Spam is doing. This might be the strategy Spam was hinting about, however, in the pre-match interview, where he was already saying that him and a couple of practicing buddies had a strategy that apparently was hidden. But I see a lot of people doing it, however, so we'll have to see. Yeah, I'm seeing already in the chat who, of course, are all 5 hats here in the chat. You see that the slide is very unsafe. So going against the wall, like Spam was doing in the warm-up, is a lot safer, and you're able to execute that line more consistently. So that's going to be the trade-off, apparently. We'll have to see. Right, and that was the breaky break, and that means we're going to go live onto Whoops by Softy. It is map 5, and the full-on point loss is turned on now. So if you are not top 8, you lose all your points. On the scoreboard so far, we have Spam in 11th place. Oh no, wait, 8th place. No, wait, 9. No, wait, 10. A lot of 15 pointers here. But yeah, Spam is about 10th-ish on the step ranking so far! Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Chat, thanks for watching. That was a very nice step, but sadly it's going to be a one map step because it's already over. And we'll just be in the waiting room here to wait for map number 5, where Spam will maybe get... Oh my god. Maybe get some points on map number 6, because this is over. We are going to casually move our perspective to someone else and pretend like that just didn't happen. Oh man, that hurts. Yeah, that's a rip. I guess the map name is quite accurate here, called Whoops. I am decently disappointed with the fact people are not SDing that. As a full speed player, this was the opportunity for people to actually go for a speed drift, but no. Alright, and here we go. Oh, yeah, okay, chat. I see what you mean with the ice slide can be very unpredictable. Kappa making a huge mistake. Now Muna as well, actually quite slow. And Muna has a lot to lose here. Massa as well, 50 points, and he is now in 10th place. Peck is not top 8 right now, although he is quite close and already back into... No, wait, he's being overtaken by Massa. Peck is now 2 seconds behind. Oh dear. Alright, Riolu slowing down, 37 points for him, and he is now getting overtaken by Peck, who has 39 points, and they're all in the red. Look at the point loss so far. This is going to be a carnage of a map if this is going to stay like this. What is going on? Massa back in the top 8, but look at the gap Peck needs to catch up to. 1.2 seconds, and we're in lap 3. Pack needs to catch up more than a second to even get into top 8. Or well, unless someone ahead of him like makes a huge mistake, like Tween is already slowing down a little bit, but well, you know what I mean. We in the meantime have Brent taking over the lead, 15 points, and he is in the lead right now. Carl Jr. second, Gwen third. They are doing good. Spam has overtaken Papu for 15th place in the meantime. But he is still 10 seconds behind, well, what we're looking at right now, which is Pack. Pack already catching up about half a second to top 8 right here, so it's looking decent for him. He has about halfway of the map to go, but he is not allowed to make any mistakes, otherwise he will definitely lose his points. It is looking really grim here for Riolu and Muda, who are now more... Riolu 2 seconds, Muda almost 4 seconds behind the top 8 position. And they are also... Monka Wing right now, as they are about to lose their points. Pack still has hope, however. He is half a second behind, which the top 8, which is now Aurel. Here we go, high up. This is looking good here, and he is catching up. There you go. Pack now back in the green, and he is defending those points. Massa as well. Ooh, Ethel makes a huge mistake. That's going to cost him 15 points right there. Massa and Pack, both of them, defending their points. Massa with 50, Pack with 39, and they are actually looking good here, as they are now back in 5 and 6. We see some other mistakes. I think it was Gwen who just got the DNF, well not DNF, just a wreck right there, and that's gonna cost him a lot of time. Opportunity maybe for Riolu or Muda to catch back up, but it's not looking like that's the case so far, as Riolu is still about 2 seconds behind. In the lead we have Bren, super far ahead. Let's go back to what top 8 looks like. Quite a big gap indeed. Riolu is still 2 seconds behind, so he is just at the mercy of his opponents here. If someone ahead of him makes a mistake, he will get top 8. If not, rip 37 points. Let's see, in the meantime, Spam is still quite far behind here. Onto the ice slide we go. Look at this. Muda doing it correctly, but it's too little, too late, as he is still 4 seconds behind getting top 8 here. Still 2 seconds to go for Riolu. In the meantime, we have Bren, more than a second ahead, and he's on his way to getting 100 euros. Carl Jr. is slowing down quite a bit. Bren also struggling. How is Pack third? How is Pack third? This is crazy. What a... He is so fast. Remember, he was like top 10 just a little while ago. Now he's overtaking Carl Jr. for 3rd place. And he's actually on his way to maybe getting 2nd. I'm just going to follow back here. Although, look at this. Riolu is now only a little bit behind Evon. And only Evon is between him and getting 37 points for himself. Oh, look at this battle. Evon is slower, but Riolu still needs to make it. I mean, yeah, Pack is super interesting, but we need to see this. We need to see the 37 points for Riolu. Executing the ice slide, okay, but Evon actually got it better. This is looking pretty grim now right now. Evon, is he gonna do it? I think he is. Quickly look up back here. Who is going for the overtake of Brand? Are you kidding me? Pack wins the map? Oh, another 22 points for him. What? That is crazy. Alright, in the meantime, we have Evon struggling. Muda! Muda snipes! Muda snipes! Are you kidding me? The Australian just yeets away, snipes both Evon and Riolu in the identity, and saves himself 32 points! Wow. Yeah, okay, in the meantime we have Spam for top 14. Sad but true. A huge mistake at the start. Mega tilt afterwards. He's gonna lose his points, but wow, what a map. And now Pack has overtaken Massa for the lead, but you know, we were following Pack for a long time. He was actually like, I remember vividly saying, Pack needs 1.3 seconds to get back into top 8. And then he got first. Alright, here we go, on to reversing. Now this is going to be our last map of today. And here we go, the T-Tours off the Alliance car. What a car. Sexy. Alright. We're warming up right now on reversing. Let's take a look at the map preview. Alright. Reversing. An identity where you drive backwards. Very interesting identity here on this last map. And we'll have to see who's the best backwards player in the TMGL. Let's hope it's Spam. Because then we at least end with quite a positive note in the end. Yeah, if he wins, 20 points is not bad. You know. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Alright, we are live on reversing. So far so good for Spam here. Yes, he's a little bit on the... Oh! Dead. Completely dead. Tween is for the respawn. Yes, he's only on 4 points already, but that's still gotta hurt though. He is out of the race instantly. Alright, Spam's already catching up to the other players here. Nice middle section of the map. Good execution. And now we are in top 6. Green numbers on the screen. So far so good. Gwen is in the lead. Quack is already second. Scrappy looking good as well. Looking for the one map strat here. And now Spam is going for more and more overtakes. And we're already on bronze medal. Here we go into the first identity. Oh, we have a different line here, I think. Although not that fast by Spam. Is gonna lose some positions. He's still in the green though, and look at that exit speed. Very, very nice indeed. And he's gonna catch up to what a little he lost. Back into the top 4. So, interesting lines here. And we see Gwen now taking the lead. It is back in a nice solid second place. Papu has just pressed B to boost. And is using all of his turbo right there to get into the third place. Scrappy in the mix as well. Like I said, one map stratting. And he is in top 4 right now. But Spam is coming closer to the Belgian player. This might be the overtake. No, not yet. But maybe now. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. He is now back into the top 4. And it is Papu, Pack and Gwen right ahead of him. Right, nice inside jump here for Spam. Let's see what he does in another identity. So we have a diagonal landing here, which I see some players do and some people don't. But it looks like the diagonal landing is quite a bit faster. Alright, here we go. Onto the ice. Nicely executed. And once again, no airtime for Spam. And that means good exit speed. Onto the third lap we go. And no overtakes here by Spam. But still, he is solid in the race. Top 4 right now. And only half a second behind Gwen, Pack and Papu. Let's take a look at Scrappy here. Who is... Well, I want to say right behind Spam, but as you can see, the gap is quite big here. And Spam is just extending that lead, solidifying his position on the top 4 place. And is looking quite good here. After losing all of his points, still switching that mental thing in your brain to be able to pull off a good performance here on the last map is quite impressive. And Spam is looking to do so indeed. On another identity. Identity number 3. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Alright, good landing here by Spam. Coming closer to Papu. Scrappy is looking strong as well. Oh, Spam has more speed than Papu. Is this the overtake? It is indeed. The French player is being left behind. And Peck is also being left behind. And now Spam is suddenly second place. Fastest lap. Easy. Gwen, S tier player. But he sometimes makes mistakes. And this might be good for Spam. I'm already said it. First place is possible here. And this is looking very, very promising for Spam here. We are halfway through the last lap of the step. Redemption, maybe, for Spam, who just lost all of his points in the previous map. Maybe, just maybe, he can get a nice amount of points here. And end the step with a decent feeling at least. Gwen is a little bit stronger here in the middle of the map, but... Oh! No! Okay, it looked for a second like Gwen was touching the wall, but he did not indeed do so. So we are going to go into the identity with Gwen still in first place. Pack is going for the attack, however. Second place is not that safe if you have Pack right behind you. But Spam is holding on right now, and look at the downhill! What? Pack is being left behind instantly. So far behind. But he took some airtime here. That's not going to be a high amount of speed. So we're going to go Monka W once again because Pack is in the second place right now. Actually went for the overtake on Spam right after the identity part. Spam has to battle for that top 2 position. It's going to be hard because it's against Pack, but it is definitely possible. Scrappy is still in the mix as well. He's about 0.3 behind Spam right now. But we're going to focus on the battle between Spam and Pack, which Pack is kind of winning right now, I gotta be honest. He is extending his lead and wants that second place, maybe first. Gwen is looking strong, however, on this map. He is now 0.8 ahead of Pack. And 1 second ahead of Spam. Spam, however, is actually looking quite strong in the middle of this map this time around. And now has set his sights on Pack. Nice inside line here by Spam. Is this going to be enough? Onto the identity we go. Good low jump by Pack, however. That's going to give him some more speed. Inside line by Spam. And look at this. They're inside each other. They're so close. We are going to go into a huge battle between Spam and Pack as we move. Huh? Pack! Pack forgot to turn around. What? Pack just threw 60 points on the window. He completely forgot to turn around. What just happened? Tween takes fastest lap. Gwen is first. Spam is in the nice second place. Kappa is more than a second behind him. So this is looking like a solid second place for Spam right now. If he doesn't forget to turn around or whatever at the identity. Pack is more than 2 seconds behind and is probably not getting top 8 here. What? Just happened. Alright, it is 1 second between Spam and Gwen, so he only gets first place. Gwen makes some kind of huge mistake, but it's looking like we're gonna exit the last round here with Spam in second place. 1 identity left, looking good, turns around correctly. We're gonna go over the finish line, getting 14 points. Can I get a clap in the chat? Yes, we lost a lot of points in map 5, but this is really good. 14 points plus 3 is 17 in the end. Now 17 points is not a lot, but it's not nothing. So I think that was quite a decent step, all things considered here. It is Pack losing 59. It is Massa losing 57. Wop wop. The big winners of this step. Carl Jr., Gwen. That's it, honestly. Oof. Big oof for a lot of players in this step. Not a lot of points in the end. As you can see, previous step ended with multiple people. Like, I think Pack had more than 100. Carl Jr. had like 60 or 80 or whatever. Now no one above 60. Gwen is the one who wins this step with 59 points. We have Carl Jr. in second place, and he is going to be solidly in first place, as you can see here on the league ranking. Spam ends up top 5 of the step with 17 points. Okay, you know, could have been worse, could have been better. We'll have to see what Spam thinks about this. Not a lot of points in this step. Actually, like only 2 people with a lot of points. Then we have Afi and Aurel and Spam with like okay points. And then it's just nothing, honestly. What is happening? So many points lost. Alright. Alright, the end of step number 4. Second place on map 6, pretty good, but map 5 sadly points lost. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Everything was planned out perfectly, but I have no idea what happened in lap 1. That was just all my mistakes. Like, I don't know. That was just terrible. That was absolutely terrible. And I was molding the whole race. Like, I didn't even care about my placing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just a lost cause. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Your mistake was like so big, it ended up being like 10 seconds instantly or something, which is, I mean, you can't do that, right? It's just so.
Man, this could have been such a good step. I mean, I felt really good on both last maps though, but dude, I don't even know why I flew out. I mean, I braked too little, obviously, but that should never happen to me. My God. But I got second on map 6. That was pretty good.
That was indeed very good, and you got 14 points from that, ending up 17, which a little bit behind your goal of this step, but at least you're not ending with like 1 point like last week, which this is a lot better, right?
Yeah, for sure. But man, oh man, this could have been so good. I had everything, even on map 4. Wait, was it map 4 that I halved my points? Yeah.
Yeah.
I made a stupid mistake, but that was really close again on that same map. It was crazy. But yeah, 17 points. I mean, I can be happy, right? Like, what am I? I
You
got
end up
61
fifth on the
points
step
right now. Gwen, all of a sudden he's in the top 8. So next week is gonna be very important. I'm lucky that a lot of these players that are on the right side of the league didn't get any points right now. But man, I had hidden strats, I had consistency, I had world records, I had everything. Dude, I was peaking, and I peaked too soon, I think.
Yeah, you peaked
Man.
all over that hill and went too fast.
Fuck's sake, man. But how many people did the... Okay, so we had Pack, me, Carl, Bran, and Massa. We all did the bobsleigh, right?
Yeah. So that was the special line, I'd have to assume, right?
Yeah. And all the others were doing ice slides.
Yeah, and the ice slides, I saw a lot of mistakes on the ice slides. People just going up walls or slowing down quite a bit. Everyone who seemed to be doing the bobsleigh just ended up with good speed at the end every time.
Oh, Alfie and Papu as well. Holy shit, there were so...
Yeah, so that was made me a little bit confused because you were like hinting at a special line. But a lot of people were doing the bobsleigh, so I was a little bit like, oh, that's probably the one, but maybe...
Okay.
But yeah, apparently multiple people discovered that one.
Let me tell you something about that, because if you do the bobsleigh with an ice slide, your max 6-lapper is probably going to be like a 6:28. And Pack has done a 6:24. So he's done 5 to 6 seconds faster with the bobsleigh strat.
Is it that much faster? That's crazy.
Yeah. It is ridiculous. I myself had a 6:26. So I like, my pace was really good on that map. I was just so unlucky that one lap and then it all crumbled down. But
yeah, just molding from there, right?
Yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad. I think I haven't molded that hard in a long time. I mean, last week I molded that hard, but this one was equivalent.
Yeah, but luckily ending up with a positive note here, getting second. You were in a battle with Peck. Did you see what happened to him, or did you catch it at all? Because
no.
Basically, at the identity, when you need to turn around, Peck turned around too late.
Oh, he turned around too late, or he just went backwards all the way to the finish?
Well, it was kind of a mix between that. I'm not exactly sure which one it was, because he was turning around in the air or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So you have the strat where you can go in lap 6. You can actually not turn around and just go backwards to the finish. It's really difficult, but you can gain 6/10. But it's only like a lap 6 strategy.
Well, it wasn't lap 5, so that must have been a mistake.
Lap 5? Okay, yeah, then he made a mistake. But yeah, there is a strat where you just, in the last lap, you full send it backwards and you gain 0.6. But it's really tough. But yeah, 16 points, 17 points. I mean, could have been way more. But I think next week, if the maps are... Wait, are they released already? Oh god, let me see the map names. No, they're not released yet. But yeah, I think next week it's gonna be good as well for me.
All right, yeah, you of course have these maps that apparently you can perform very well on. I mean, apart from this mistake, let's just forget about that one.
Yeah, I mean that never had like
Yeah,
I
exactly.
always overbraked in practice instead of underbrake. Like holy shit, man, that was so dumb. That was just so dumb.
Yeah,
That was
but
all me.
I'm sure next week you can get some nice amount of points on that, and those will be map 3 and 4, which means you carry a
Yeah.
bunch of points into 5 and 6. So if you have a good 2 new maps, well,
Yep.
it's gonna be a banger of a step. So looking good.
Exactly. Oh well, that was good. You know, ups and downs, but in the end, I can be happy with at least 17 points instead of 1. So
Yeah, exactly.
I will not have a mental breakdown until Wednesday, which is kind of nice after 2 weeks of mentally being destroyed for half of the week. So yeah, that's pretty good.
And this step in general, by the way, very much a lot of point loss. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Like, Gwen has a bit of points, but like it's nowhere near amount of points that we've seen last week. So you getting 17 is relatively very good, right?
Yeah, true. And I think honestly on To the Peak, I think I emptied all my I emptied my big cojones on that last identity, and I think that was the cause of me failing the rest of the 2 maps. I had to regen. You know, I was down and I had to regen on the next 2 maps.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
I was in position 10. I was like, holy shit, I have to go for it. And then I emptied my whole nitro bar, and it was just yeah.
Yeah, that was a very nice moment. Both, I think, Carl Jr. and Gwen were ahead of you.
Yeah,
and,
I saw that.
They were both going left, even though they were 8 and 9, which quite surprised me. But I already saw from your line just before it, you were taking speed, and I thought, yeah, he's gonna go for it.
Yeah,
and you did, and it paid off. It was really nice.
Exactly, there was no other way. I just had to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly. All right, well, that's that.
That is that, yeah. I mean, I'll quit, and you can talk about the step right after.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. See you then.
Yo, see ya.